Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Back to CY Fashion and Craft. Normally in this channel we make headwears, but in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a beautiful children dress. Okay, so I decided I'll be sharing my knowledge with you guys, so we'll be learning a lot from now on. So I have the applique that I'll be using, I have my tailoring chalk, I have the button that I'll be inserting on the dress, I have my ruler for ruling, my tape rule, and I have my scissors. Okay, and I also have Ankara fabric that I'll be using for the down parts. Okay, when you get to the parts, you're going to be seeing what we'll be using it for. And I also have my main fabric that is poly. You can call it poly, you can call it scuba. Okay, it's not a must that you use this particular fabric. Okay, you can as well get another thick material, even if it's stretchy or not. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be doing, I'll be cutting out the quantity that I want. I will first take my length and I will cut it out. The dress is actually going to be stopping before the knee, and the dress I'm making it for a child of 2 years, 1 year to 2 years. So, and it's going to be stopping at the knee length or before the knee. Okay, so I'm just taking the measurement. So I'm done cutting the quantity that I want, and I will set that aside. So the two pieces that I have, one will serve as the back and one will serve as the front, and I'm going to be slitting it open. I will cut it open. So here I have two pieces, and one will serve as the front and the other one will serve as the back. I will be folding it in four, and here I will not be using a zipper, but if you are using a zipper, make sure you add your zipper allowance. Okay, you add maybe 1 inch or 1.5, you can make it 2 inches for your zipper allowance, and you don't have to fold it the way I'm folding it. You have to fold them separately, then place the front on top of the back, starting from the place you marked your zipper allowance. Okay, but I will not be doing that because I will be using a button. I don't want to use zip or a zipper for the dress. So we'll be taking our shoulder measurement, and the shoulder I'm working with is 10. Divide by 2, it will give me 5. Okay, so I will just mark down 5 in a straight line. Okay, I'll be marking my neck. Next, I'm going to be marking ½ inch for my shoulder slope. Okay, so you have to make sure that the two lines or the two fabrics are equal. As you can see, I'm trying to adjust mine. So I'll mark my shoulder slope. Then I will take my neck depth. The neck depth I'm working with is 2.5. I will also connect it I'll be working with freehand. Okay, but if you have your curve ruler, you can make use of it, but in this video I'll be making use of my freehand. So I'll be marking my armhole. The armhole I'm working with is 5. It's 10 divided by 2, which will give me 5. And the chest I'm working with is 20. 20 divided by 4 will give me 5. Okay, so I'll be adding 2.5 inches. 1 inch will be for sewing allowance, and 1.5 inch will be for ease, because I want it to be free on the child's body. Okay, so I'll fold 5 into 2 to get the midpoint of my armhole, and the midpoint is 2.5. From the middle, I will go in by half an inch for my armhole curve. Then I'm going to connect it. You can use your curve ruler. So I'm going to be marking my shoulder measurement, my chest measurement. Okay, now take my half length, my waist, and my hip measurement, my hip line. So I'll be taking my chest measurement, which I already said. Okay, I also take my waist measurement and my hip measurement. Okay, all right, I'll be taking the length again. So I'll be cutting that out. So if you have watched to this extent, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for clicking, and I also plead that you support me by subscribing to my channel. Turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video, and also hit the like button, share, comment. Okay, if there is any style that you want me to teach you, you can comment on the comment section. All right, I'm done cutting it, and I will have to be opening a slit for the back, for where I'm going to be fixing my button. So I will just take 4 inches, and I'll be cutting that part open. I'll be slitting it open. So that is for the back and that's for the front. Next we are going to be cutting our Ankara for the bow tie that will be at the down part. Okay, and before you cut your material, you're going to make sure your the one we just cut, like the body, or how will I put it? All right, okay, you'll get to know what I'm talking about. Okay, like for you to determine the amount or the length of material you are going to cut, you measure the front part of your bodies or the front parts that we just cut. So you multiply it by 2, so that will give you the measurement of the bow you are to cut. Okay, all right, this is what I'm talking about. You measure, like I have 15 inches, so you're going to multiply the 15-inch by 2, which will give us about 30 or so. So you cut 15-inch on fold. Okay, on fold, adding 1 inch for sewing allowance. So the wideness, you determine how wide or how big you want your bow tie to be, but I'll be going with 10-inch. So I'm trying to like get a straight line. I will cut that out. Okay, so after cutting, we are going to be sewing it around, leaving about 1 inch space so that we'll be able to turn it. Okay, so we are going to be cutting a small loop from the poly material to enable us to use it and sew the bow tie. Just watch what I'm doing, you will understand. Okay, so I marked the length 6 inches, the width 4 inches. Okay, so I'm also going to be using bias to turn the armhole, that is after I might have joined the two shoulders. So I'll be using the bias to turn the armhole and the neckline, and also turn the part that will be inserting our button. Okay, So let's go over to the machine. I will do that and come back and show you guys. All right, I have sewn it. I have joined the shoulder. I've turned the armhole, the neckline, and the part that will be inserting our button. I also gone ahead and sewed the fabric for the bow tie and also ironed it. Okay, so remember we added 1 inch for joining allowance, so I'm going to mark the other side. So I'm going to be stitching on the 1 inch. Okay, I just made this class to be beginners friendly, at least before we start posting other hard ones or other styles. We should start with beginners. We should have beginners in mind, right? So you can follow us along. So I'm marking the armhole, and remember our armhole was 5 inch. I'll be marking it 6 so that the child will have maybe space. I don't want the armpit side to be tight. Okay, I'm also going to repeat the same thing on the other part. And I'll connect it to the 1 inch, and I will take it to the machine and I will sew it. Don't mind my free hand. Just try and alright guys, I have sewn it. Okay, alright, you can also fold the edges and sew it, but I'm going to be using my zigzag scissors to do that. Okay, right guys, I've trimmed off the edges, but if you don't have zigzag scissors you can just hem the edges. Okay, this is what our dress looks like. Next we'll be forming our bow tie. Okay, just watch the way I'm doing it, starting with the middle part. So remember the 6 inches by 4 inches that we cut, so we'll be using it to wrap our bow tie. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and use my needle and thread and tack the 4 parts of the bow tie to the dress. So I'm done tacking it, and I've sewn the band to the bow tie, and the place I'm touching is where I'm going to be tacking. Okay, then after that I'm going to be placing my applique. You can decide to position it anywhere you want. Okay, so thank you guys for staying this far, for watching this far. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video, and also share, comment and like the video. Okay, so bye for now.